the question then here is, have you ever gotten any prophecy wrong?
I think it depends on what you call wrong. Okay, let me say this. I've gotten all the prophecies you know, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I don't have, let me start by kind of putting a disclaimer. I'm by no means saying prophets always get it correct. I don't know if you're getting this.
Yes.
Because we know from the text that prophets miss it once in a while.
Yes.
And it's not because God has given them a wrong thing. There are 3 levels, which is revelation, interpretation, and application. You are given a revelation from God. Then you interpret by your spirit, but you might fail to apply it. I'll give you an example. But I was once a maturing one. Okay? I've matured. I might not have matured maybe to the level I want to get to. Feelings are the biggest problem in prophecy. You can use feelings to interpret something and it becomes wrong. Depending on the situation around you. I don't know if you're getting this.
Yes, sir.
Oh, listen to me again. Have I ever gotten prophecy wrong? Not the ones you know, and not the ones that you think matter. I've gotten 2 or 3 that I think matter to me and to my life wrong. I don't know if you're getting this.
Yes.
So you get prophecies wrong the moment feelings are involved in prophecy. A prophet should be void of personal opinions. This is the problem that happened a few years back, where Prophet Victor Water prophesied something very, very profound. If you look at some of the videos, he said, you and Makandiwa, the people that will destroy your relationship are going to be your sons. I mean, remember that. It's there on video. Nobody could tell what was it. Was it Makandiwa's sons? Was it my sons? But a period came, I'm not going to represent Makandiwa here, okay? I'm representing me, okay? Because I'm talking to my sons.
Yes.
This is just for you.
Yes.
But to me, when I started getting all these fights and people started coming to me, some of my own sons, some sons that claimed to be close to Makandiwa's camp came to me and said, they're talking to Angel, as an angel, remember. They think they're talking to prophet, or they know they're speaking to prophet Angel, but they want Angel to come out. Are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Then they begin to tell me what they are saying Makandiwa is doing to my ministry. Then I'm seeing there, I'm looking at some of my pastors are going to this UFI. They changed direction. What is happening with this one? What is happening with that one? Do you get the point? Of course, there were people coming from there to mine too, but when you are in your emotions, it's very difficult to even do the balance sheet correctly and go like, one is left and gone there, but one UFI member is now here, one spirit member is gone there. You just see what is being done to you. And it's so difficult to actually get to it until you get in and tune in and go like, what is really happening here? So imagine people coming to me and say, Makandiwa has done this to you. Makandiwa has done this to you. He has done this to you. He's doing this to you. He's doing. In that moment where you are having all forces against you, the prophetic is suspended because feelings are high up. And when the prophetic, hear this, I'm telling you here as my children, the prophetic is what? Is at a high level, but your feelings have blinded the prophetic. Remember, a prophet should be void of personal opinions.
Yes.
So you are hearing men you think you should trust telling you something contrary to what you know about Makandiwa. I don't know if you're getting this.
Yes.
So here it is. I knew Prophet Makandiwa before he started the church. Exactly. It was in the in the denomination. I don't know if you're getting this.
Yes.
That is the time I knew him. Hello.
Yes.
Exactly. Now, from that stage of knowing him, I'm having a problem of Okay, I know him, and the people who are now bringing me news don't know him, but at that time I'm being fought on all corners. Do you get what I'm trying to say? If I maintained my prophetic purity, I would stay in the same zone and say, okay, I know Makandiwa who doesn't do this, Makandiwa who has no girlfriend, no nothing. This is the Makandiwa I know. The Makandiwa that I know is a person who doesn't fight people and would not even dare fight me. Do you understand the point? But because the zone I'm in, I'm not giving excuses, I'm trying to show you that when you zone into the feelings, no matter how big you are in the prophetic, you can be the father of the modern day prophetic movement. You can be Jacob and Elijah and Elisha joined together with Jesus on top. I'm telling you the truth now. You will always miss a prophecy. So people come to him, oh, Makandiwa is like this, you know, he's fighting you, but we have this thing that he's doing. You know, you end up talking things that are not true, using your own mouth, contrary to what you already know the man is like. Number one, anger. Number two, emotions. Number three, you are in a tight corner. And number four, you can no longer hear God in that moment. So this is now a center where you are, and you go like, wait a minute, I know this guy is not like this, but these people who are saying he's attacking me are showing me another type of men that I don't know. But guess what? In that moment, everything that these people are saying to me is turning out to be correct. He's going to do this to you. He's going to do this to you. 2 weeks it happens. What's happening? So this guy is involved. But meanwhile, he is not involved. But because this is what you feel at that moment, every spear is aimed at you and is coming towards you, and you're just being shot from every direction. You don't know what's happening, and the people that are predicting the fights might be the ones actually causing it. I always say to people, hear me well, so that I digress. Many times people who come to you to report someone else are the people who are doing it.
Yes.
Because trust me, while they were hearing that Makandiwa is doing this, why didn't they stop him?
Yes.
Why come and tell me he's doing this instead of saying, prophet, this is not godly, let's stop this? That means they were doing it and they did it on their own. But remember, at that time, I only have like maybe 2 weeks where I'm under fire. Everyone is throwing a spear. Everyone is, that's everywhere. So guess what? You begin to speak things yourself. I had to speak things that I knew were contrary to the person I knew based on feelings.
Yes.
You see, listen to this. I can move on my own and still prosper. Makandiwa can move on his own and still prosper. But when we were two like this, we showed Christianity that there is a certain bond. I don't know if you're getting what I'm trying to say.
Yes,
we showed Christians that there was a certain bond that is beyond. So a benefit to Christianity was harmed because I listened to somebody. I'm not saying he never listened to someone. Do you get the point? Remember, here I'm talking about me. Are you getting this? Yes. And I'm answering that question, but I want to use an example that you know. So what do you do after that? The only thing you can be is to be apologetic and say, you know what? I'm sorry. I said these things because I was told you did this, you did this. But if I announce I was told you did this, guess what I'm doing? I'm giving excuses. So the only thing you can do is, this is not the man I know. But this is the man that they came to tell me. Imagine 7 years of walking with me can be destroyed by 1 minute of a lie. Years that I spent with Makandiwa building a relationship can be destroyed by just 1, 2, 3, 4 people that are not anointed, that are just coming to tell you something when you are in deep trouble. Because when people notice you are in a tight corner, you are weak, they will come and say, you know, that guy is doing this, that guy is doing that, that guy is doing this. And guess what you think? It is true. So you are now in the defensive mode. But when you are in the defensive mode, you tend to agree with the people that are actually causing the chaos. And when you agree with them, you say, then after 4 days, I sat back, I'm like, let me go and pray. I actually went to pray against all my enemies, including Makandiwa. That's when God said, no, He's not involved. But now in that moment, you've already said things, you've already said this, you've already said that, you've already said misrepresentations, because in your heart, you are told something by somebody who is actually lying to you. Not because you believe it, because you wouldn't believe it. Because let me just explain to you what men Makandu are like. From any location, I don't care what it is, we'll just be the two of us. Whether it's hunting, whether we can, I would go to his house until what? Maybe 5 a.m.
Yes.
And that's it. It's 3 hours of sleeping. We are together again.
Yes.
Doing whatever we're doing. That's it. But that can be hindered by just a few minutes of somebody telling you a lie that you have to believe. I don't know if you understand this.
Yes, sir.
And the only solution you have in that case is to say, you know what? I'm sorry for saying this, and I'm sorry for believing what enemies told me. But if you use that, guess what? You have given an excuse. Because an excuse should be just an excuse. You said misrepresentations. For what reason? You have your reasons. You have this, but based on feelings. Imagine being a head, and the people you can listen to are telling you it's one person, and those people have never told you anything before. You are the one prophesying to them every day. My talk here is simple. You use feelings, you destroy what could benefit Christianity. You destroy what could benefit Christianity. Yes. What's the next question?
Thank you, Dad. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. And I have to tell you, as ministers, be ready to say, you know what? I was wrong here. I spoke misrepresentation. I misrepresented somebody who was of a pure heart. You have to be open enough to actually utter those words.
Thank you, Prophet. One is asking, is it possible to walk in purity like as a man of God?
Remember what I told you again on that. Purity is not a perception, it's a reality. The idea that there are no people who are pure on earth is a lie. I think I was talking about my brother Makandiwa here. They were telling you, I moved with him for a long time. For me, in that period that I know, and the one I know prophetically, all right, there was a certain level of impeccable purity, I can call it, in the way I know him, to the point that if you look in my book called I believe it's Praying for the Impossible, where I was talking about how we co-shared impartations, how I gained from him and how he gained from me, and what he gained from me and what I gained from him. And some of the things that I mentioned there was integrity in ministry. This is the truth. You ask the question, why would you be an angel with these prophetic capacities sow into Pastor Chris or sow into Makandiwa's integrity? I looked at the church. Are you getting this? Yes. I looked at the church. I looked at his growth level, right? Are you getting this? Then I look at his family. I look at him and know what he is doing. Do you get the point? I stay with him. You know, most people don't know, when we were doing the 7 days of the prophetic season, I was staying in Makandiwa's house. So I'm staying in there day after day, witnessing chemistry, or rather I'll call it biology, between husband and wife. Do you know you can fake it for 2 days? You can try, but not when somebody's in your face every day. You misstep. Are you getting this? So you stay with somebody, let's say, I'm giving you as an example here. Let's say Makandiwa with an impeccable purity when it comes to his marriage. One wife, one man, one wife. Do you understand the point? So you see the energy that is no scandal I know in that direction, and no scandal I know. And I remember, I know better than anyone. Yes. I know him better than these people that work with him, people that pretend to be pastors, people that are pastors, people that are outside his ministry. I would know Makandiwa better than anyone. So if I've seen being there, I saw impeccable purity in that. I see one man, one wife. I don't see any scandal. I don't see any woman. I don't see any girlfriend. Zero. And I see this prophetically. I see this physically. Do you see the point? So the only thing I can do, and I felt to do, was to say, you know what? Let me take my seat. I've seen something here that I've not seen maybe around or anywhere else. Remember at that time I had no access to Pastor Chris. So that alone gets me to go like, you know what? This man here is this. So whatever God has given me in my life, I can actually also surrender to him. Or I can help him with my own favors that I know God has given me. Do you get what I'm saying? What I'm saying is simple. I'm saying his purity in his marriage caused me to want to give him what? To sow into his life concerning that. Now, he might take it as, I found favor, I found this prophet. Do you get the point?
Yes.
But all the people who said this, I sowed into their life. Was I not talking about Prophet Makandua here?
Yes.
Do you understand? I spoke of his impeccable what? Integrity. One wife, no scandal, nothing. That life. If you want it, you don't say, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just also gonna follow it. No. You're gonna say, I'm gonna copy there. You copying there doesn't discount what you have. I was sitting with Prophet Magandu at that time, remember? And the drunkard man went like this. He looked at me, looked at him, and kept on going, holding a skirt. He put the skirt. We're looking at that church was not built. He looked at us like, so we just like, we kept quiet. And the man came back, took $1, said, this is my seat. And went back. Now imagine that a drunkard in his drunken stupor said, no, I can't leave this grace alone. I'm holding my skirt. But there is a seat that I need to put $1. Wow. To this day, I think that drunkard has gotten grace now or something greater.